What's the best way to get laid? Now, listen guys, I'm gonna give you a little bit of controversial advice here, but it's the following. You take your phone and you're gonna text her, "Hey, darling, let's tonight. I wanna bang you from behind while you look out the window into the beautiful stars and we'll make love all night. Come over right now." I hope you're still watching because obviously this is horrible advice. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. We do that all the time, right? I look at girls' Tinder profile, I look in their DMs, and it's full with guys who straight up say, "Hey, wanna hey, what are you doing tonight? Let's come over now." Or "Hey," or the classic dick pics. Why are guys doing that? Obviously, first reason, we are horny and we're underfucked and we don't live in abundance. 95% of men, probably, or let's say 90%. Okay, cool. The other thing is, we're logical thinkers, we're straightforward, we want to get to the point, we don't want to be romantic or all this other useless bullshit. Let's just say what we mean, let's just do the thing that we're gonna end up doing anyway. Women don't quite work like that, on the one hand, but to be honest, men also don't work like that. The fact is, we just don't understand the female most of the time because we don't live in her reality. If you would be a guy who would also constantly get offers from girls, like abrasive offers, very direct offers, right? Offers from girls that you're not even that into, you would understand the female psychology better as well. Most guys, as I said, just don't live in that reality. In this video, I want to share some thought experiments, some mental models that might help you to understand this part of the female psychology better. So thought experiment number one, imagine you're working out, you're at the gym, you're doing bench press, right? You're trying to push yourself, you're putting on a few more weights, and you ask one guy, "Hey, can you spot me?" He comes over, "Yeah, sure, bro, no problem." You do a bunch of reps and he helps you out in the last rep and you're like, "Thanks, bro." You're like, "Okay, cool." And then he comes back and he's like, "That was really great, man. I like how you're working out. Yeah, you're really working on your physique, man." I sound like Rick from Rick and Morty. "It's great, man. Morty, let's go on an adventure." He's like, "What's your name?" "Oh, you come here often?" "Okay, cool. How long have you been working out for?" "Oh, nice. Okay, that's kind of normal still, maybe not in that voice. But then he's like, "We should work out together. What are you doing tomorrow? You want to come here? How about 2 p.m.? Let's both weigh each other before. Let's post progress. Let's make a group right now. Let's fix the next 2 weeks of workout schedule. Let's align our schedules." So now this escalated really quickly into something weird. Now, this sounds ridiculous if you see it from that point of view, right? All you did is just talk to a guy for 30 seconds, ask for a small favor, very normal in the gym. You've been a little bit social, cool, you took a tiny social risk in that sense. And instantly the guy jumped on the opportunity to make a friend and over-ask and over-deliver in that sense. Really strange, but think about it. This is what a lot of men do. They meet a girl, maybe at some dinner or at a networking event or at the bus station or in the line somewhere. And she's friendly, she's not brushing you off. So she engages, she answers one or two of your questions. Maybe you're like, "Hey, you from here?" "No, I moved here." "Oh, cool, blah, blah, blah." And then instantly "Hey, we should go on a date. You're really beautiful." Or, maybe he's like, "Hey, let's connect on Instagram." She's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Right? And then you text her, "Hey, it was so great meeting you. You're one of the most beautiful women I've seen all year. I think we should totally hang out. You and me would make a beautiful baby. Wink, haha, joking, but not really." And so on. So it's the same example, but you see now in the gym it is so weird for us to think about that. But men do act like that all the time with women. When they receive a little bit investment from their side, they overinvest into the other direction. Another example that might or might not have happened to you yet, but definitely happened to me a bunch of times, is when a girl is incredibly drunk, she's wasted, she's sloppy drunk, and you're at a bar, you're at a nightclub, you're at some party, and she basically drags you or tries to drag you into the bathroom. She just wants to get f***ed, right? She's inviting you for easy sex on that party. This might sound great. I'm like, cool, I'm at a party, I'm getting pussy. Wow, amazing, I won. But you want to be very careful here. And as you level up as a man, as you become a more high value man, and you kind of are having a little bit of a filter on, so to say, and you're like, I want to get these type of girls, and you kind of by default then filtering out all the other girls. Let's be honest, a really high value woman doesn't get sloppy drunk like that in the first place. So that's kind of the first step. But the other thing is, You don't know what's on the other side of that. She's super drunk. She is unpredictable. There's chaos involved, and she probably won't remember the next day what happened. So is it consensual at that point? What are the consequences of that? What might she make up later? So you want to be really careful in this sense, and you mainly don't want to take advantage of her. Even though she's inviting you, she's dragging you, she might even physically grab you. It might happen to me. I literally had to like push girls away and be like, no, like fuck off, sit down, or call over to 3 friends like, hey, please calm her down, like this is stressful, because I don't want to get into these type of situations. Women sometimes do it when they're obsessed over you, when they have certain other mental issues, when they're frustrated and they got really drunk, and that's their way of expressing it. I see it here and there. Men have similar internal issues and again express themselves in this abrasive offer of overly direct invitation to sex. For a guy, still this example can be like, oh, cool, easy sex, right? So we might think this is a cool situation, but keep in mind, the woman gets this form of offer or this form of energy all the time. Guys getting drunk or guys being horny and then just not physically grabbing her into the bathroom. I hope that's not happening in any of your parties, but just like mentally, they're like, come on, no, let's do it. Hey, why not? Hey, wow, you're already here, ma. Come on. They're experiencing this not once a year like guys do, or very rarely. They're experiencing this all the time. So there's nothing exciting, nothing fun about this for women. Another thought experiment in the male world is, okay, imagine you're at a bar and you help a guy with a cigarette lighter. He's like, thanks bro. Suddenly he's really friendly. He's like, hey, let me buy you a beer. Okay, cool. Maybe he's a foreigner, maybe he just moved here, maybe he wants to make friends. Except you offer, you do some conversation, and suddenly he becomes like hyper friendly. Like he talks to you all the time. He's like, my mom and my ex-girlfriend. And suddenly you realize he's drunk and he starts talking to you. And he buys you another beer and you're like, no, thanks. Oh, come on. He already orders and he's like, hey, drink it. He becomes your best friend and he follows you around, or he's like, you need to check out this. Come on, bro.
Excuse me, bro.
And he becomes your bro. And then suddenly he talks to the people that you're talking to. And suddenly he's trying to defend you. Like, if you have a problem with him, you have a problem with me. He's my bro. Hey, Will. Hey,
Pump chick. Yeah. Hey, what's up? We got a problem, Toothpick? I said, do we have a problem?
Like he acts like you know each other for 5 years. Why is this guy doing it? I don't know. Probably some internal issues, needs bonding, doesn't have other friends in the bar, overcompensating for other shortcomings. Cool, right? And he's a friendly guy. Maybe you like him. Maybe he's actually a cool dude, but he just got a little bit too tipsy. Or whenever he has that 5th beer, he gets a little crazy, but other times he's totally fine. He's cool and you like hanging out with. Maybe he's even a friend or not just a stranger you met. The point here is we all might have experienced this in some form or another. And again, the female side, they're experiencing this all the time. They know a guy, they like a guy, they might be on a date with a guy, they might even have kissed a guy, they might even have touched a guy's dick or sucked his dick, but they just know there is a level where he just becomes too needy, or where she's fine doing stuff with him in public, but she doesn't want to get home to his apartment. There's just something feeling off about it, or she's just not sure enough. And keep in mind, she is the female, she's the weak human, she's the small, she's the not powerful, part of that relationship. She's scared that she's not able to defend herself, that he gets too aggressive. Will it happen? Probably not. But even if there's only a 1.0% or 0.1% chance that something does happen, it's still probably not worth the risk for her, because there will be another chance. He will invite her again. There's other men. You just have to see again from the point of view from the woman. What is she entering into here, and is the risk-reward ratio for her in her favor or against her? So your goal is to build comfort, yes, escalate, yes, create sexual tension, but you don't want to give her the idea that you are basically abrasive, that you're needy, that you need sex right now, this is all what counts, and that if you don't get it, there's a problem, right? So let's look at a few corrections that you might be able to do in your dating game to create more comfort and make it easier for her to say yes. Quick tip number 1, when you are proposing a date, maybe it's the first date, maybe it's the second date, make it sound super casual. Make it sound like it could be a 10-minute date, it could be a 30-minute date, it could go on for 3 hours. you don't know yet, and you're also okay with all the different options, right? Because keep in mind, especially on a first date, the girl doesn't know you yet. She doesn't know yet if she will like you. And she might also have no idea yet how far she wants to go, right? She will decide from minute to minute. Maybe she just wants to talk to you. Maybe she's really into you and she wants to make out with you. Maybe she's really into you and she wants to cuddle, go home with you, have sex. She doesn't know. She might have a headache 30 minutes in and excuse herself, or she might get stressed about something and needs to leave. So the more open, the more casual the date is, the easier for her it is to even say yes to your invitation in the first place. Now, when you're on a date, let's say it's going good, you have a good conversation, you're touching her, you maybe made out already, and you're like, okay, this is going well. I should, go to the next station. I should get out of here. I should take her home. Well, it's good. I like that you're making progress, thinking in that direction. Should you tell her that though? Should you tell her, hey, let's go to my place and, have sex?
Nice.
No, absolutely not. That would be bad. You're destroying all the mystery. You're destroying the sexual tension. If you want to know more about good dating principles, you can watch this other video I made on that topic. I go into more depth there, like the 4 principles of successful first dates. But the main point here is, again, she's not sure. And as we discussed earlier in this video, she might be totally comfortable kissing you in a cafe, but then totally not comfortable going home with you. Maybe she just has bad past experiences, or she just has set certain rules of the first date, I go this far, and then that's because this is what I decided, or this was my mom told me, or this is what I learned through other guys. We don't know, right? The best thing you can do to get out of here and get home is you need to create an excuse. You don't want to be straightforward with that. It doesn't do you a favor. So you can say something like, hey, let's check out my favorite album. I really want to show you, right? Maybe you talked about that. Or hey, it's really cold here. Let's walk up quickly. My apartment is right around the block. I'll make you a tea and then I'll call you an Uber. Hey, let's watch this funny YouTube clip. I think you would love it. It was so funny to watch. Or hey, I want to show you this really cool channel. I'll make you a hot chocolate. Let's chill a bit and then I'll drive you home. As you see, all of these things are like, hey, I want to show you something. Hey, let's do this. It's not sexual. It doesn't say how long it will take. It can be canceled at any time. It has an excuse and it includes a lot of comfort, and it also has an ending in mind. I'm always saying, and right after that, you can go home. I will call you an Uber. I will drive you home. So this will show that you are still not only focused on yourself and putting your dick in her pussy, but that you focused on her. You want to make her comfortable. You want to make her warm. You want to make sure she gets home safe. And all of that is great, obviously. All of that shows her you get it, you worry about her, you have your desire and masculinity also in control. Yes, you're horny, yes, you're escalating, yes, you want to kiss, yes, you want to f her eventually, it's not a secret, but you're also a gentleman and you understand maybe today is not the day, and that's okay. Next tip is about showing your intentions, or talking about your intentions when kind of pressured or put in a corner by the girl. It can happen that you are on a date or even slightly into a relationship. Maybe you had sex with the girl and she asks you, hey, what is this? Or do you want children? Or what are we? Or are you just a boy? Are you just, meeting me to have sex? It doesn't necessarily mean she wants a yes or no answer on that. And especially if it's very early in a relationship, so that means before you had sex or you had sex once, you don't want to tell her the real clear black and white answer. It doesn't do you a favor. She doesn't actually want the answer. She's just testing you. Can you handle the social pressure? Are you gonna ruin the romance? Are you gonna feed into her fear of, oh man, just wanna have sex? Or are you charming enough to be vague and a little bit promise her a future, but also not, and basically keep the romance going? Because she also doesn't know, right? She's not made out a 2-year plan what's gonna happen next with you. Women act very emotionally. She might change her opinion about you in an instant based on one interaction. So don't think she has this grandiose plan and she's just checking if your plan aligns with it and therefore you're a match or not. Because she's checking, is this guy honest to a degree? Because she knows, are you clearly looking for a wife and children, or are you young and f***ing around? She knows anyway. She's not dumb. So she's checking, are you gonna lie, right? Because if you're clearly a bit of a boy, you have girls, you are openly dating, but you then say, you're my only one and I want to be only with you and I want to build something with you, there's something off, right? You're not socially calibrated. On the other hand, if you are a bit of a, I don't want to say loser, but you're not in abundance and you're clearly like very fixated on her and family orientated, and you're like, no, I'm just like discovering things right now, it's also not matching. So you don't have to be honest in that sense, and you don't want to choose one of the two extremes. Just be vague. Just say, figuring things out. I really like you. I love spending time with you. I see where it goes. Or, babe, I don't know. Like, it's really early. I don't make a plan for 2 years. Call her out on it that she also doesn't have a plan, so you don't have a plan. And who knows? Maybe she also only wants sex. Maybe she's just testing you to see how sexually open you are, how sexually liberated you are in your mindset. She might want to have sex with you and just wants to use you for sex. If the sex is really good, she will come back and she wants more. The stuff we talk about here is complex, right? It's nuanced. It doesn't have a right and a wrong answer. So it requires a certain discord, a certain conversation. Pun intended. That's why we have a Discord community where we talk about this every day. I'm checking in, my other coaches are checking in, and we have an incredible tribe of men in the what I call social academy, where you join a brotherhood. There's lessons in there, there's missions in there. We'll give you feedback on your missions. We will help you when you don't feel like doing something and get you back on track. So if you're interested in joining the social academy, more information in the description. Last quick tip goes along the same notion what I just mentioned. It's just a little bit deeper into the relationship. So let's assume you had sex once, twice, and she asks the question, what are we? It might even be longer into the relationship. You don't, again, want to be selling her in either one of the directions, right? You don't want to say, no, we're only buddies and there will never be something, because you also don't know and she doesn't know. And also not, yeah, you're the one, I want to have children with you. Might turn her off as well, especially if it's early in the relationship. It is the same kind of idea that I mentioned. She's testing you, she's testing your social abilities. Maybe she wants some comfort. Maybe she does feel a bit insecure that day. Maybe you said something that makes her go, oh, he doesn't really like me at all, right? Maybe she's over exaggerating a little comment you made and she's just checking in with you if you maybe will leave her or break up with her or never see her again. So what she wants is comfort and reassurance that you really like her and that you like the moment with her. So you say, babe, I really love spending time with you and I'm planning to see you again and I hope we see each other again, because every time we're together, I love it. I have a great time. I love, your touch. I love spending time with you. I laugh so much with you, or we have great humor, or we have a great match, or whatever that is. So bring it back to the moment. Tell her, look, I don't know yet. Like, let's see where it goes, right? You don't know, she doesn't know. And it doesn't help anyone making big plans, big predictions that will then fall back on you if you cannot deliver in the exact way that she's expecting it anywhere. If you want me to talk about this and more stuff, please comment below. I appreciate every like, every comment, and I'll see you in the next video.